Welcome back to Ron's Rides, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video where, yes, another first today, where we have the first 2022 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Sprint here on the channel. Yes, they have arrived, they are here in the USA, and now it's time to take a look and see what the 2022 models are all about this year. Now, this model actually only has two options, and the paint is one of them. Yes, the Sprint is a entry-level model for Alfa Romeo, but this one has new wheels on it that you haven't seen yet because they are new for 2022. So we're going to take a peek at those. We're going to see what has changed for the new model year, and we're going to see what options, the price breakdown, and everything for this Stelvio here. So let's take a look at this Alfa Romeo SUV and see what it has to offer. And per usual, big shout out to Eric Hurd here at Maserati Alfa Romeo of Daytona Beach, where we have this beautiful Stelvio. He's always hooking me up with the best new inventory here, so make sure you check him out whenever you guys get the chance and want one of these beautiful Italian machines. Now, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel so we'll help grow the channel and we can get more opportunities to get even more fascinating Italian automobiles straight to you guys. And when it comes to the 2022 model year, Alfa has really gotten back to basics and really is focusing on the big picture, which is longevity. So really what Alfa is doing this year is reducing low performing packages and simplifying the offerings, which means they're trying to give you a little bit less to spec out and more just sell the cars that sell well, pretty much. So with that said, that's going to take away some major options for the 2022 model year that you're seeing here, like the TI Lusso package and the TI Sport Carbon package are no longer here. The performance package is no longer here, and the adaptive suspension is no longer here. They're also reducing the wheel and color options, so you go from 32 wheels to 13 wheels for the Giulia and Stelvio. You get 4 brake colors for the other years, where this year you only get 2 brake caliper colors, and you also get 17 exterior options for the colors in the other years, to where this year you only get 10 exterior colors. All right, so 10 exterior colors this year, 2 brake caliper colors this year, and 13 wheel options this year. So they've dialed back things a bit, just to kind of, get back to their roots and sell these cars, make some good money so they can bring out some phenomenal projects for us. Now, the 2022 Stelvio Sprint adds some sport content. It also has dark appearance, and it adds value content. So what does that mean exactly? Well, standard equipment includes stuff like the dark grille, the roof rails, the DLO, the dark exhaust tips as well, and you get 18-inch gray 10-spoke wheels, which we'll talk about here in a moment, which are the new standard wheels here. You also get adaptive cruise control and blind spot standard. You get lane departure warning, automatic high beam headlamps standard. You get the wireless charging, front parking sensors, and heated front and rear seats standard. You also get the heated steering wheel and the black headliner standard, and the aluminum door sills, aluminum paddle shifters, and navigation as standard. Now, the only options you have available for the 2022 Stelvio Sprints are red calipers, red sport seats, sunroof, 19-inch 5-hole sport wheels, and compact spare tire. All right, so that kind of lets you know a little bit about what the options are on this specific model, but let's dig deeper. All right, doors are closed. We'll get to the interior in a moment. First, let's start with the performance. For the 2022 model, unfortunately, there is no power bump, but you still get the same great performing inline 4-cylinder 2-liter engine that pumps out 280 horsepower, 306 pound-feet of torque, and paired with this 8-speed ZF transmission, you're looking at a 0 to 60 in about 5.5 seconds with a top speed of around 144 miles per hour. So still the great performing Alfa Romeo that you know, with the carbon fiber drive shaft, and also with the 50-50 weight distribution. This thing's a monster, and this is a rear-wheel drive model. Moving on to the fuel economy, could be a little bit better, but it is decent at 25 city and highway, 22 city, and 29 for the highway. Now, with that said, again, premium fuel only for these cars, and your driving style will definitely help reflect on the miles per gallon you get, whether it's spirited driving that's going to take the miles per gallon down a little bit, or whether it's conservative driving that's going to give you better miles per gallon. It just depends on how you treat this beast. And let's not forget the cargo space. 56 cubic feet of cargo here. You have the automatic power lift gate standard for this model year. And then once you go in the back here, you can see that all 3 seats fold down very easily. In fact, you can pull the handles here, or you can pull this handle here for the middle feed through just like that. You also have your privacy shade here, per usual, that hooks onto here. You have a privacy shade right up top here as well. And then you have tons of space. Now, as you can see, cubby over there for a couple of things. Fuse box right there. All right, this is going to be for your cargo net. You can also get the rails as well. And then underneath, well, we'll lift that up and you see your battery down here along with your tow hook and some tools, but battery tucked away under there. And we have extra stowage everywhere, pockets everywhere in here, just to give you a little bit more practicality with the front plate kit right there as well. All right, to mount your front plate. But with that said, it's the same Alfa Romeo DNA and practicality that you're used to in the rear. All right, so the same key that you guys are used to for the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, where you have your unlock lock button there, you have your trunk release, you have your remote start and panic button with your physical key here to pull back, and you will get that in the inside. All right, so same thing that you're used to here. Let's talk about this spec though. All right, red. I mean, obviously you can see that, right? But this is not the standard red anymore. All right, this is the Alfa Rosso Gloss Red, which you've seen before because it was a standard color last year. This year is an upcharge, $330 for this red option this year. All right, so this is new because, again, this was never an upgraded paint, but now it's considered an upgraded paint. If you want red in 2022, you have to pay $330, and that's not much compared to the other options and the other prices that you have for upgraded paint. This is actually the least expensive for those. So with that said, red is not standard anymore. The only standard color for 2022 is Alpha White. So with that said, here we are with our first option out of two for this car. Now up front, you have the same Alfa Romeo insignia there, but the Scudetto grille is done in a dark flavor, all right? And there's no Nero Edizione pack, no black package this year. They automatically darken this stuff as standard because they want to give you more value for the equipment for what you're paying. So with that said, you also have the headlights here, the bi-xenon headlamps. Hopefully they get refreshed for the 2023 model year and we get full LED headlamps. And we probably will get full LED headlights in the Tonale, and hopefully we see that later on this year. If not, at Geneva in February. But with that said, same exact setup as you're used to up front for the Stelvio. Now this is the talk of the Sprint for 2022. These are brand new wheels this year, and they're called Vesuvio Gray Multi-Spoke. All right, so these are your standard 18-inch wheels for the Stelvio for 2022. You only have two wheel options for the Sprint. You have these here, and if you pay an extra $1,000, you can get the 19-inch Sport 5-hole wheels. Other than that, that's it. So if you see this wheel, you automatically know this is probably a Sprint model. You have the dark insignia right there in the middle. You also have the red calipers with white script, and you have your Continental tires as well. So let's take a step back so you guys can see this a little bit better, see how they fit, see how they feel, see how everything looks for these new wheels for 2022. And I definitely want to know what you guys think about these as a standard wheel. I think they look good. I think they look aggressive and sporty. I think that really adds a flair to the entry-level model. You know, if you're not getting many options on here, you know, this kind of just makes it feel a little bit more premium. Now, something else you'll notice for 2022 is darkened everything. So the darkened trim around the window moldings. Now, it's not as dark as the Veloce. The Veloce was a gloss black like this here, all right? This one is more of a kind of plastic cladding matte finish. It kind of goes more with the cladding around the wheel wells and down the side skirt here. So you can see it's kind of the same material to where the gloss roof rails definitely stand out. So with that said, the gloss roof rails in black are also standard. All right, these are also standard as well around the window moldings, but I wish it matched the top there more than the bottom. Now, when you come along the back, you see everything that you're used to, all right, but you do have the Stelvio badge there, full LED tails, big insignia there, all right, no Q4 here, so it's a rear wheel drive. But you also notice the black exhaust tips and the black rear diffuser, all right? Again, standard for 2022. So that's something new for the rear that comes standard on this option here. Now that is really cool to kind of give it a more sportier look. I mean, everything is going black these days. So with the black finishes, I think again, it adds to the entry-level model, which would be normally pretty basic. But when you add this stuff standard, again, it's more value for your money. And we'll see a little bit more of that in the interior. Speaking of interior, let's check it out. Nero interior, all right, all blacked out. It looks good, right? Now, you get a lot of things standard now for the 2022 model year. I mean, the headliner there in black is standard. All right, the paddle shifters are standard. You get heated front and rear seats, standard. Navigation, your driving assistance, all that standard. So again, a lot more value for the money. Now, before we get in, let's check it out. Door sills, done in aluminum for the plate there. All right, you have your seat controls down here. You also have your aluminum pedals there, but you do not have the aluminum dead pedal there. You can get that with the higher trim level models. All right, standard door trim, standard, black wood trim here, aluminum and everything with that. I mean, there's nothing super crazy with this as far as the specs. So everything is standard in how you used to see it on the previous year models. All right, you can also tell standard seatings, and the standard seats, well, you can get two colors for this Sprint for 2022. You can either get Nero, which we have here, or you can get the Rosso Sport seats. All right, that's it. You cannot get the chocolate interior for the Sprint. It's only reserved for the TI models. So two colors for 2022 as far as the interior for the Sprint, either Nero or Rosso. We have the Nero standard seating, and it's good seating because it feels good. They're very comfortable, and it's a good place to be with this cockpit. Now, we're gonna start this thing up because it is boiling here. All right, so foot on the brake, and we are just gonna get this thing going. All right, now make sure I get these radio controls because it's probably gonna be loud music. Maybe, we'll see. Nope, just beeping. Now the beeping, I have my door open, and because it's low fuel, because this comes straight from the factory without any fuel, because it costs more money to do it that way. So we'll close this up, turn the AC down just a little bit. I don't want to kill you guys with it, but look at this beautiful machine. It looks phenomenal as usual inside the cockpit here, and this is pretty standard. Again, there's not a lot of options here. It's just what it comes with that makes it look wonderful. Now, a lot of the stuff you guys are going to be used to for the 2022 model year that you've seen before. Actually, I can't even think of too many things that are different besides the fact that you get standard heated seats and the standard heated steering wheel. That's it. I mean, as far as coming in the Sprint option. Now, just a quick overview for anybody who hasn't checked it out before. All right, we do have the nice leather steering wheel here, flat bottom there. All right, you also have the perforated leather on the sides, and you also have the start stop button as you saw right there with the Alfa Romeo insignia big in the middle. All right, your driving assistance here, hill descent. All right, cruise control and everything is here. All right, you do also have your driving assist button for the lane departure right there. And then on the right hand side, you have your hands-free controls and your radio controls. And then we talked about those big paddle shifters that are standard for this model year, which is awesome. Now you do see your TFT screen, which we've seen before. It was revamped a little bit for the 2020-2021 model year. So everything that you're used to there as far as your speedo, your RPMs, your fuel, your temps, everything there. And you can see your different miles per gallon, your trip. You can see your driving assist mode, and then you have your normal mode there. You can customize a few things on that TFT screen as well in the menus. And over here on the side, you do have your parking sensors and your start stop button with your lighting controls here and your speedo controls for the lighting as well. Also, don't forget about the little cubby here, good for stowing, your registration and insurance and everything there, just in case you get pulled over for that spirited driving. We do have the beautiful touch screen for 2022 as well that carried over from the 2021 and 2020 model years. So you know that this system was new and great, but it was a little laggy and still is a little laggy. So, the responsiveness isn't as great, but it looks great visually. It works great. You just have to use the dial here to really just get the best of it as far as selecting things, as far as, navigating the menu. Use the big dial right here. Use the quick keys like the settings key and the home key and everything, and you'll be great. Now, you also have the HVAC controls, dual controls, and again, the heated options. All right, you have the USB 2.0 there, but we have more charging to come in just a second. Cup holders there, but you can cover them in the Stelvio with the door. You cannot do that with the Giulia. And then your 8-speed ZF transmission, all right, the 2-track system, all the way back for drive, over for manual mode, where you can either use the gear shift here or the paddle shifters. And then you want to go up to neutral, you can do that. Press in, and if I can get in there, backup camera is simple, it's chill, not the craziest resolution, but you do have the nice 360 parking assist look there, so that is nice as well to see your full view. And then parking right there, you're good. Now you do have your radio controls right here where you can turn on and off the radio, go left and right to change the tracks, and turn up and down the volume. You can also use your DNA driving mode, most throttle response, your most aggressive mode for dynamic mode there, natural mode, everyday driving, bumper to bumper traffic, and advanced efficiency. That's, I mean, your highway cruise control. That's saving your fuel right there. That's the best fuel economy. Now you can't forget about the Italian flag there, the electric parking brake, and your key fob holder as well. With the wireless charging, that does come standard now. All right, we talked about that as a standard option. It is now in here, and you do have the USB 2.0 for charging. All right, your aux cable and your USB-C, and you have your key fob holder right there. Now, that's the key fob holder just in case you need to connect with the RF transmitter if your battery dies. So that is a use on, need kind of thing. Now, as far as the trim level here, again, it's pretty hard plastic up top. It's pretty chill, pretty simple because there's not a lot going on in here. I mean, you have your wood trim going across, your glove box, hard plastic, everything there. Again, the seats are the standard seating, so nothing too crazy, but they are comfortable seats. And this is one of two colors you can get for 2022, and the standard black headliner that you see here. All right, that's going to be there unless you change anything over for that. So with that said, again, pretty simple, pretty chill. I mean, seating controls, seating memory there. I don't think I missed anything else besides up top here. Let's see how well that will focus in. There we go. All right, so we do have things like our reading light, SOS. All right, we have everything up top there as far as your home link as well with your garage door openers right there. But yeah, it's a Stelvio, it's a Sprint, it's a 2022. Not a lot has changed, but a little bit less is more because you get more and you pay a little bit less. Now we got the same loving in the rear, same setup as far as the door paneling here with the lock, with the window switch, and the same trim, the aluminum trim, wood trim, and the hard touch plastic. Then you have the same seat setup as far as the Neo seats with the standard seating. All right, very chill, some stitching going through, and not much more to talk about there. Now, if I step inside, this seat is back pretty far. I would normally have a little bit more space back here, and the fact that this does have curvature on the seat rest on the back, I mean, it definitely helps as far as, my leg room there. It doesn't even look like I'm wearing shorts, God. All right, so in the back here, you also have your two turbine vents, all right. Keep you cool, which this is working very well right now. That feels good. Whew. All right, and then underneath, standard is those heated rear seats. So you have the heated seats on both sides there, and you have two USB plugins as well, USB 2.0s. So that's nice setup for the back as well. And then to go with this standard seating, you do have an armrest with two cup holders here. All right, and then your center feed through, again, you can just pull that tab, pull it right back, and now you can see straight to the trunk. So it's very practical back here, very simple, very chill. And for the Sprint model, they did a good job at just making sure you have your creature comforts. Before we get to the sticker, if you guys watched the Giulia Veloce video, I forgot to do my infamous light show to show off the full bi-xenon headlights, all right, with the turn signal LEDs there, all right. I mean, I just forgot for some reason to start that over. So here we are, just to check out the lighting and everything here, make sure everything looks good, which you're used to for the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. You do also have the turn signal there. Florida sun doesn't help because it doesn't show up very well, when it is bright outside. And then the full LED tails, per usual, you have those lit up. Again, against the red, it's even worse. You got to really get down here to see it, but they look good as always. I forgot to show that on the 2022 Veloce Giulia. All right, guys, so now to the sticker. Let's see what the prices, options are, and let's see what this 2022 is all about. So the 2022 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Sprint rear-wheel drive starts its life at $45,150. Now, after options, and this sticker has seen better days, $47,625, and that's after a $14.95 destination charge. Now, the optional equipment, I told you there's only two options, one being that Alfa Rosso red exterior paint at $330, and guess what? The second option is the red gloss calipers with white script at $650. So again, there's only those two options, and it's both on the outside, red and red. Other than that, this comes standard with all this equipment. So speaking of standard, let's look at this. And I mentioned some of this stuff already, but make sure you guys take a look at this. I'm going to go slowly and pause if you need to pause, zoom in if you need to zoom, to see everything standard with this new 2022 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Sprint. Again, they give you more value for the money this year. All right, so they're giving you a lot of stuff standard and you're not paying a lot for it. That's the thing. So with that said, they definitely try to hook you up before they actually refresh these things, which we think will be at the end of 2022 for our 2023 model year. We're hoping so, and we will know Alfa Romeo's product plan hopefully within the next few weeks here, so then I'll be able to give you an actual estimate on. All right guys, so what did you think about the 2022 Stelvio Sprint? Did you love the new wheel options, the standard wheel options for 2022? Do you like the options that are on this, even though there's 2 options on it? And does the base model or entry-level model give you enough to spend the type of money you spend? Let me know down in the comments below, what are you thinking about this one here for 2022? And if you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Giving the video a like will help get it up in the rankings. More people can see it, and we'll have a bigger discussion on our first 2022 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Sprint to hit the lot here in the US. Now with that said, if you guys want to help further support the channel, you can always check the links down below. I have a one-time link donation for my PayPal, my Cash App, and my Venmo, just in case you guys want to donate $1 or $2 to the channel. I appreciate the love and support. And you guys can also check out the Ron's Rise merch down below, where I have t-shirts, stickers, fanny packs, hoodies, coffee mugs, everything Ron's Rise. And I have my social media where you guys can see me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, see everything I'm posting, Ferrari, Maserati, and Alfa Romeo that doesn't always make it here to the channel. Now make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click that notification bell so you don't miss one new video. With that said though, you guys be blessed, have a great day, and we will talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.